All right, let's talk about MVP candidate Jayden Daniels. Yes, I mean, it's getting to that point where, I mean, they've consistently had the best offense in football. Things are rolling. Another dominant performance here. And hey, with Washington's defense stepping it up too, that might just be getting to play Deshaun Watson. But, this Washington offense was incredible in this one. Let's talk about what they were able to do so well. Let's start off with this play. We can start off with some negatives, I suppose. This is going to be an interesting one where it's actually going to be a pretty exotic pressure right here, but it's going to become a cover three zone. It's just they're going to have, several players lined up as defensive linemen, drop back into coverage, and a couple other players are going to rush the passer. But you see this concept. There are receivers running deep shots. When Daniels takes a snap, he sees kind of the exotic pressure, and he's just going to throw one up is really what's happening here, which isn't the worst idea in the world. Again, he has good receivers, and it's not a horrible decision. The issue here, though, is that he really is kind of just putting a lot of air under this, throwing essentially a jump ball, and because of this was nearly intercepted, ends up getting knocked out at the end there, but that easily could have been intercepted, and that's a turnover worthy play, right? There was some of that for Daniels. He was taking chances, for better or worse. He was taking chances. Like this one, probably the bigger example. It's a zone coverage concept for the Washington Commanders right here on a third down and goal. And, okay, 3 points is nice, but you want 7 here. You see that concept on the screen. Usually it's designed to get the route that's kind of just the curl route, the one that's just getting into the end zone. That's usually the one that can get open. However, when Daniels takes a snap, he looks in that direction, and as of right here, there's just a Cleveland player in front of it. This is not a ball that should come out of Daniels' hands right here. It is what it is. You could throw underneath if you want, but that's probably not going for a touchdown, so get why he doesn't want to make that throw. But he instead throws it to where he wanted to throw it to it pre-snap, gets intercepted right there. Not a smart decision by Jayden Daniels. It just wasn't. That's a poor decision. And again, this is kind of his play style to some degree. He's going to take some chances, and usually these are working out. Because I want to go over here now. As much as we can say those other plays weren't smart, this is what you get in return, though. This is the good that more than outweighs the bad. It's a heavy blitz here on a 3rd and 13. Because of this blitz, there's going to be pressure that comes untouched to Daniels. Most quarterbacks in this situation, the play is over. In fact, like 95% of quarterbacks in this situation, the play is over. But this is the value that Daniels brings to a football team. Watch as he's going to get around this pressure, and then he's going to make an off-balance throw down the field. Just keeping this play alive is impressive. And, don't get me wrong, Terry McLaurin has gotten open at this point, but, also a huge part of this has to be you're throwing off balance, essentially at a full sprint towards the top of the screen for Daniels. I mean, making this even just giving his receiver a chance here would be an impressive play. But this isn't just giving him a chance. This is right on the money. That was nearly a touchdown. And Terry McLaurin, I mean, come on, you did the hard stuff. Got to stay balanced. Get into the end zone there, right? I mean, it's tough. He was tackled. What are you going to do? But, man, were they close to making that even more of a highlight reel level play. This was, one of the better throws we've seen, one of the better plays we've seen of the season. And Daniels has, if you're doing like top 10 plays of the season, he probably has 2 or 3 on that list. Like this play's another one where what's going to happen here is, again, they're going to use his mobility on this one. They're going to run a rollout towards the top of the screen. I like how Washington designs these rollouts. They don't go crazy with them. They're not just doing them every other play. We saw that with the Bears with Justin Fields, is they first didn't run these plays at all, and then once they wanted to start running them, they were running them like every play, and that wasn't working. I think Washington does a good job of picking the right spots, but again, you run a play action, have them go towards the top of the screen against zone coverage. Hopefully that can open up some windows. However, when this play begins, right here, there is an unblocked player for Cleveland who's playing this well, getting in position to try and tackle Daniels. So while it was hopeful this could work out, in this situation, it's not looking ideal. But again, watch him get around that Cleveland player, throws off balance. They're able to hit a big completion. It's just really good stuff here once again from Daniels. This is high level stuff. There's, a lot of quarterbacks that, these are plays that isn't just something you hope your quarterback can make sometimes. These are plays like a lot of quarterbacks in this league just straight up aren't able to make. Daniels is one of the quarterbacks who can make them. This play was another key one. Still just a 7-point game at this point with 4 minutes left in the half, and you have Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah off the edge who's going to be blitzing, and a big spot for Cleveland, right? If they can get a stop here, good field position, down just a score, it's 4th and 3, so this is a key moment. As you see, Daniels is going to take the snap. You have right here, he's in a bit of trouble. I mean, Owusu-Koramoah is in position, and again, this is the guy, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah for Cleveland, who's kind of known for his athleticism. So it's not just that there's a guy right next to you, but there's an athletic guy right next to you. But watch as Daniels gets around him. He's going to then rush forward, and I'll pause it right here. At this point, for most teams, you're saying, all right, we got the first down. We're good. But for Daniels, he wants more than just that. Watch him shoot by that Cleveland player as well. Gets all the way inside the 10-yard line. Really good stuff here from Jayden Daniels. Again, this is just the difficulty that he brings to the table. It does remind you of like Lamar Jackson and how he doesn't just have to be a runner, but the running game is so valuable. But also going over here, so we have a man coverage concept here. It's going to be just a one-on-one matchup on the outside. Like I said, he doesn't have to be a runner here. Washington can win in several different ways. When this play begins, you're going to see it's actually Dyami Brown. If you remember him, draft pick from a few years ago, and he's just winning. I mean, there is a pretty big window right here. So, okay, cool to see if you're a Washington fan, but of course, Daniels has to make the throw. But we're almost at the point now when you see something like this, you're not even sweating it. Of course he's going to make the throw. Watch as Daniels makes a pinpoint accurate throw. They're able to get a completion and a touchdown on this one by Washington. I mean, again, it's just, there's so many things he's doing at such a high level right now. But then going over here, I mean, this is kind of a great example of just how well things were working for the Washington Commanders. This is a man coverage play. It's going to be a blitz by Cleveland on a 3rd and 12, right? So it's you're feeling good if you're Cleveland. You can at least get the ball back. You're down 25. Not sure if it's going to matter with only 19 minutes left in the game, but still, you think you can at least get a stop here. But that's what Washington's going to do. It's just a screen pass, which again, they might just be saying, hey, let's just try and gain some yards. Who knows? Get a player in open space. Good things can happen. But when this play begins, the halfback lined up as though he's blocking. That certainly helped us out. As a Cleveland player was supposed to be picking him up, he doesn't. And you're looking at it right here, usually when these screen passes work, you're kind of looking here and you're saying, okay, well, if this can work and this can work and this can work, then maybe we can get a first down. Right here, you're just immediately like, oh, this is definitely going for a first down. That's going to be exactly what happens. Washington's able to pick up the first down, really well blocked to get a lot more than the first down. In fact, get in field goal range and sets up another field goal. Again, things were just working so well offensively, and things have been working so well offensively this entire season for Washington. This is not an isolated incident. This is not a one-game thing. Cleveland's defense hasn't been horrible this year. Their offense has, but their defense hasn't. But still, Washington makes it look horrible because of how awesome they've been, continue to be offensively. Jayden Daniels maybe having an MVP type season. Who knows? But that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.